Anyway, I had to go close my window of my car. Left it open. And it's raining cats and dogs outside here in Texas. So, whew. Anyway, I'm just going to get into it here. Let's see. Trump went off on Tucker, Candace, Megyn Kelly, and Alex Jones. And I'm just going to read through this, make sure it's on the screen. So, yep, looks like we're good. All right, it says, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years, especially by the fact that they think it is wonderful for Iran, the number one state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon. Keep in mind, we destroyed everything that they were supposed to have a couple times now, and we're still using this. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm no expert, but I just feel like we should really stop declaring that we stopped them from making nukes, and then a few months later using that same excuse to go bomb them again. I think that's kind of dumb. But anyway, because they have one thing in common: low IQs. They're stupid people. They know it. Their families know it, and everyone else knows it too. And this has been the problem. This is actually one of the reasons that I wanted to start doing this, right? Because it seems like everybody that's against Candace Tucker, Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly, the rest of the crew, they never say anything of substance. There's never a counter argument. Never. It's always this right here. This is it, low IQ, and then talking about their families and stuff. It's never an argument for the points that they're making, the questions that they're asking, the substance of their topics, like what their discussions, what they're saying, is never the focal point. They just call them stupid, crazy, demonic, blah blah blah, but they never say why. They never say why, other than you're not following along with what I want you to follow along with, basically. But they don't give any hard hitting facts, anything to counter. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'll keep reading here. Look at their past, look at their record. They don't have what it takes, and they never did. They've all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free and cheap publicity. And okay, so this actually, I'm going to break that down a little bit. That speaks to the boomer mentality. No offense if I get some boomers watching this video. I love you guys. I'm not okay, but things have changed obviously since you guys were younger. You know that. This speaks to the boomer mentality, okay? The biggest voices nowadays, the most popular and honestly the most powerful, because people have stopped watching mainstream. They don't. Anybody that knows a couple things knows that the mainstream is heavily influenced by whoever pays them. So acting like these independent voices are nobodies and that they're speaking to nobody is actually dangerous thinking if you're trying to get other people on board with you. The times have changed. Times have changed. Information moves differently now. It is no longer the same. So, TV is not the only place that you're going to find trusted. Actually, it's probably one of the places that people are least trusted this day and age. So that's that boomer mentality, is thinking that TV is the most trusted source of information nowadays. It is not. It is not. I mean, some people, like I said, a lot of older people, but most younger generations, even myself, I'm 36. I look more towards the internet, independent voices. And I actually watch, oh my God, Cenk. Chink and the blonde girl. I can't remember her name off. I feel so disrespectful. I'm not trying to be. The Young Turks. I watch their program a lot, and I agree with a lot of things they say too. You know, I mean, I don't fully agree with any. I'm not diehard left, right, none of that. I'm very independent. I move around a lot. You know. Uh oh. Uh oh. Are we back? Are we back? We might have went down for a second there. Anyway, that I was going off on a tangent there. But what I want to say is that that's a boomer thing. You know, information is moving much differently nowadays. TV is not the only place where you can make a difference. That includes anybody watching, by the way. If you ever want to, if you have something to say, do it. But anyway, now they think they can get some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts but nobody's talking about them, and their views are the opposite of MAGA. Or I wouldn't have won the presidential election in a landslide. MAGA agrees with me and just gave CNN 100% approval rating of Trump, not hand flailing fools like Tucker Carlson, who wouldn't even finish college or couldn't even finish college. He was a broken man when he got fired from Fox, and he's never been the same. Perhaps he should see a good psychiatrist, or Megyn Kelly, who nastily ask me now the famous only Rosie O'Donnell question, or crazy Candace Owens, who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not. This is insane. And it's like just a bunch of try to be like wannabe gotcha moments, but they're kind of like they're not. and this actually, I read this earlier. This is probably one of my favorite parts because come on, dog. Anyway, let's get into it. Who accuses the highly respected First Lady of France of being a man when she is not, and will hopefully win lots of money in the ongoing lawsuit. Actually, to me, the First Lady of France is a far more beautiful woman than Candace. Have you guys seen this woman? Hold on. Wait, wait, hold on. We're going to do something real quick. Go off on a little search here. Brigitte, I don't even know how to spell her name. That's the one right there. That's okay. That. That's who he's talking about. And this is actually one of the more flattering pictures I've seen of her. So, anyway. Anyway, like I just come on, dude. Come on, dude. It's not even close. Or bankrupt Alex Jones. See, it's always these personal attacks. It's always these personal attacks talking about other things, nothing to do with their criticisms of him. It's always like, what are we talking about? Brigitte Macron for it. What are we talking about? That hasn't been a subject for Candace for months. And he keeps bringing it, and now he's bringing it up in this long, ridiculous, barely coherent rant. I, anyway, I keep going off on these little tangents here. Let me see. Let me find my place again in this paragraph, whatever you want to call it. Or bankrupt Alex Jones, who says some of the dumbest things and lost his entire fortune, as he should have, for his horrendous attack on the families of Sandy Hook shooting victims, ridiculously claiming it was a hoax. These so-called pundits are losers, and they always will be. Now, fake news, CNN, the failing New York Times and all of the other radical left news organizations are hailing them and giving them positive press for the first time in their lives. They're not MAGA, they're losers. They're just trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my side anytime I want to, but when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on world and country affairs. After a few times, they go nasty, just like Marjorie Trader Brown. But I no longer care about that stuff. I only care about doing right for our country. MAGA is about winning and strength and not allowing Iran to have nuclear weapons. MAGA is about making America great again. And these people have no idea how to do that. But I do, because the United States is now the hottest country anywhere in the world. President Donald J. Trump. That's a lot. That is a lot. And the thing is, we're like never going to get responses to the things that they say, the questions that they bring up. None of that. We don't get responses. You get personal attacks. That's it. Nothing of substance. Nothing saying, hey, this is why you're wrong. It's never going to be that. It's always going to be this nonsense. So, oh my goodness, man. Anyway, back off of Candace to see what else is going on over here. Let's see, for you. Stand with Tucker, stand with Megyn, stand with Candace. Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, I've never been a huge fan of this guy here, but I didn't really know much about him though. I still don't, so I can't really talk too much about that. But never been a fan anyway. I always thought he seemed kind of fake. Not fake, radical. I don't know. It's I just got a weird vibe from the guy. I don't know about fake. I feel like actually he's very genuine. He believes what he's saying, but. Let's see. A fine line has been drawn between America First and MAGA. Whose side are you on? I gotta go America First myself, to be honest, man, because I feel like MAGA might be looking out for somebody else at the moment. But I don't want to say too much on that. He hopes Brigitte Macron wins a lot of money in the lawsuit against Candace. Added that he believes and see, this is actually what I was going for, is the side by side. This is unbelievable. Look, okay, yeah. And that is way more beautiful than Candace. Come on, dude. Come on. They don't even try to make them believable lies anymore. Wild. Wild. So, I don't know if you guys follow Coach Colin or not, but to see him use this, a swear word, I'm going to get it off screen, that's kind of weird. That's different. He doesn't swear. Coach Colin's a good dude. He's very, very chill, doesn't really swear. So for him to be calling somebody a piece of shish kebabs, That is pretty wild. Donald Trump is MAGA. Trump's sick. Sacrifice. I think that's supposed to be sacrifice. Yeah. Took a bullet for this country. Where did the bullet come from? We don't know much about that. Where did it come from? Anybody know? Anybody know? Just a crazy lone person, right? That's right. Okay. See, I don't really like that either. I feel like there's other ways to come across. Don't get me wrong, I love Candace. I think Candace is awesome. But that's kind of like stooping to his level type deal. I get it though. She's been going through so much. Those people constantly attack her, so I guess I do sympathize with that. But she says it all the time. She told her pastor that she would chill. This isn't it. I don't think that's chilling. Candace going in on it, dude. Always. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna play this because
Hey, Orange Pig, America first? Oops. Oh boy, that was the
really
slogan
loud.
you
I'm
sold.
so
But
sorry if you have
and your vote is
headphones and I
getting
just
cold.
blew up your eardrums.
We're not just fighting for Iran, hear this clear. Your people reached out to us. Yeah, we got the DMs here. If one nation's gonna stand against the Epstein regime's fear, it's us till the last breath. We've been doing it for years. We're standing here for everyone. Your system ever wrong, they've known all along. The enemy was always you. The real threat wore a suit and sung a patriotic song while selling their own citizens and calling it strong. Stealing from your own people, making them bleed, taking tax dollars just to fund your own greed. They waking up to the lies, the illusions of birth. You scream America first.
If you haven't been seeing these Lego videos, hold on. Let me move this over just a little bit. Make sure okay. No, it's in the shot. Good. Um, these videos have been circulating around, and this is actually from Iran, like the actual country, the government, or people in Iran are making these videos and putting them out, and they are unbelievable. The things that they're saying now, depending on how close, what you've been looking at and who you've been following and stuff, you might, you know, feel one way or another. But either way, these are
You put Lucis
something
first.
else.
Make Israel great again. Your government is run by pedophiles. They ordered you to die for Israel. They ordered you to die for Israel. They lied to you all. We saw everything. If the public ever saw the files, man, the planet would shake from the level of filth and the crimes in your wake. No wonder Jeff called you the worst, you degenerate snake. You claimed you never set foot. You went 40 plus times. You sick bastard. You cooked. We stepping up to the plate. Epstein regime gotta fall. You fake Christian elite.
Anyway, I'm gonna stop it right there. But that's the videos that Iran's been putting out. They've been putting out these Lego videos and just blasting pretty much everything we can see with our own eyes. If you're not just following the mainstream, we're all seeing it happen. Tyler's arrested at 30 hours, 2 minutes. That means Valhalla Cash App. So it's complicit in PSYOP. Wow. I was never really much of a Megyn Kelly fan. Until recently, actually. She watched a few of her videos. She seems pretty solid to me. I don't know. I haven't heard her say anything too outlandish or definitely not hateful like what they've been saying. That's ridiculous. But this dude here, don't even get me started, man. Charlie Kirk, future president. I agree. That guy would have been a great president one day in the future. Started waking up. He started you could tell he was genuine. You know, he actually in his heart believed the things that he was fighting for. And I really believe that's the kind of person that we need out there. Is I actually believe Trump was like that to begin with, and then he got they got him. I'm not gonna say who, but they got him. You already know. If you're looking around paying attention, you already know he got. I think that's obvious. My opinion. I don't want to get in trouble here. But yeah, see, this is just blowing up the internet. He's going off on, man. Yeah, it's been crazy. Been crazy. I can't believe this, man. I don't know, guys. I just like I say, you want to support the country. Of course, we live here, right? Want to support the country, so some people say by extension you have to support the president. I don't actually believe that. I think that the country is obviously a lot more than just the president. You know, yeah, he was voted in, but how many people didn't vote, or voted? The more people didn't vote, or voted for other people than they voted for him. So really, it's not actually a majority. You know, so I don't know, but that's how it's always goes. You know, we only have certain choices, and kind of feels like they're, I don't want to say equal, but working on the same team kind of deal. That's how I see it. Maybe I'm just making some miscalculations here. Who knows? Who knows? But that's how I feel about it. Jesus, man, that's just wild that he even said that. See, that's that craziness. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up right there. I'll be back in a little bit. Got some other stuff I want to cover, but I wanted to make this one for now. And like I said, I'll edit this later, guys. My live streams are gonna be a little different at the moment because I'm just starting out, just learning all this stuff. So bear with me. Bear with me. If you made it this far, please like, subscribe. I need to hit subscribers, and I need more likes. Get me in the algorithm. I appreciate you guys. See you on the next one.